Okay, welcome to our webinar. We're starting a new series of webinars. Hi, Raymond. Nice to see you. So please refrain from asking questions during the presentation because I want to give you quite a bit of information, and then at the end you can ask me the questions of anything related to, of course, Forex and trading. So today's subject is a trading platform and a few words for the people that never been traders for Forex. So we're going to start with some information about the broker, which is sponsor of our webinars. First, it's a very mandatory risk disclosure. If you're risking, you may lose it. But if you use my methods, you're not going to be able to have such a big risk. So probably some of you know that. So if you're risking, you may lose it, but if you control your risk, you're going to be successful. STO main offices. The main office are in London and Cyprus, Limassol. Those are the main offices for the STO. Why trading with STO? STO has a very unique balance protection. What that means is you balance on your account cannot go below zero. You remember the 2015 when the Swiss franc dropped really deeply on the market, and many people obtained quite a bit of debt to the brokers, and then there was lawsuits and so on, and so in prevent that, STO give the balance protection. So you're not going to have any more problems with it. FCO, it's regulated by two regulators. That's very important, which is FCA, which is British regulator, and the CySIC, which is from the Cyprus. All the funds and all accounts are insured by two companies. So if for any reason anything happened with STO, your money are protected. So basically what we have is two regulations. We have a balance protection of your account. The accounts are insured by two companies, and we have a segregated account. What that means is your money is on your own account, and nobody else can use it. STO is using UK bank. I don't remember which one. For those who has a real account with STO, I have open trading room for every Wednesday between 14:30 to 1800 Central European Time, or 8:30 a.m. to 12 p.m. Eastern Time. Trading room is open to anyone that has a real account with STO and a deposit of around $1,000. It doesn't have to be exactly $1,000. And you have to be registered under my name. So let's talk about a few words about the Forex market. The Forex market is the largest financial market in the world. The nearly 5.5 trillion worth of foreign currency trade back and forth across the Forex market every day. That's an astounding amount of money. Forex stands for foreign currency exchange, the financial exchange on which governments, banks, international corporations, hedge funds, and individual investors, just like you are, exchange foreign currencies. The Forex market enjoy in parallel advantages. You will find that some markets share similar advantage, but no one market on earth come close to revealing the protection, profit, potential, and ease of use available in the Forex market. Let's talk about a few advantages that you can obtain by trading the Forex market. The number one is the market size. It's the biggest market in the world. It's $5.5 trillion a day. Imagine that if you combine all the exchanges in North America, um, daily turnover is, I believe it's $150 billion. So as you can see, the big difference. Another advantage is liquidity. If you trade ever stock, you know that sometime you may get stuck with your shares and you need someone to buy your shares. In the Forex market, we don't have that problem because it's such a huge market, and the millions of people are trading the currencies. So you can see that you're not going to get stuck with the currency that you purchase or you're selling. You can always liquidate a position at any time, and it's easy of entry. You do not have to be rich to trade in Forex market. Everybody deserves to be able to protect his or her, because we have ladies here, financial future. And the Forex market makes this possible by offering extremely low barrier to entry. In fact, you can open a Forex account with as little as $300. So you can trade a small amount of money. Another thing is profit potential. If it doesn't matter if the value of US dollar is going up or down, you can make money in the Forex market. If you think the value is going up, you simply buy US dollar and the money are all the way up. If you think the value is going down, you simply sell the US dollar and make money all the way to down. So as you can see, you have, you can, for example, open what you call a long position, which is buying right to the top, and then when this correction appears, you can start selling. So you can do quite a bit of juggling with your positions. Trading hours. Trading hours, the Forex market is open 24 hours a day and nearly 5.5 days a week. So it doesn't matter if you're working or you retire or you're students or you're working at home. You can find a time that works for you to get involved in the Forex market. In fact, the Forex market is usually the most active early in London time until the late hours of Eastern time, New York time. There are many part-time traders who can use this various hours of market activity to trade, to take the advantage of trading and being working all full-time. And another one is increase the leverage. The Forex market allow you to control $100,000 with as little as $1,000. So you don't need the big money to make good profits. This is what we call a leverage. It gives you 100 to 1 or whatever leverage you can get. Majority of the brokers offering 500 to 1 leverage, which is huge. So you hear probably many statistics about that 90% of the traders losing money. Do you know why? Just think about it. You don't have to answer right now, but just think about it. Okay. Well, number one problem is that most of the people that hear success story, just like, for example, George Soros, that within a couple of weeks he made $1 billion and back to 1980, I think, and everybody wants to make same money. But they start trading right away without any proper education. Of course, on the internet, you will find many websites that provide you with information. Unfortunately, I find that majority of this information are, just like Trump saying, it's a fake news. It's written by people that have no experience. They have no idea what they're doing. They actually making people suffer because the information that they're providing are totally wrong. So the lack of education is the number one problem that new traders experience. Then the most important part of trading is psychology and emotionally unprepared. You know that when you start trading on real time, real account, the emotion taking over you technical knowledge, and you're not paying attention what is happening actually with the price, but you emotionally looking at the last ticks of changes of the price on the market. And that's totally wrong. You have to be prepared. And one of our webinars is going to be about preparing yourself emotionally for trading. That's a very important part. I would say it's 80% psychology, 10% money management, and 10% technical analysis. Another problem traders facing is they don't have a plan to trade. You have to write your strategy point by point, how you're going to react to changes of the price. And if you have the plan and you work according to plan, you're going to avoid emotional trading, which is really bad. The emotions are fear, greed, and angry. Anytime you trade, those emotions comes to life, and nobody wants to work with those emotions. So in that, I think it's going to be third webinar, I'm going to show you a few techniques and how prepare yourself to avoid all these emotions. So keep in mind that whatever you read on the internet, it may not be true. I know on the beginning, everything looks fine and looks great, but the problem is that you're digesting the wrong information. With my 10 years experience, I teach about 1,000 people already. I know how mind works. I know how new traders, newbies, are reacting to emotions and they're losing money. So you have to be prepared. Few words about the next 3 months of webinars. So the next webinar we're going to have, first of all, we have 3 levels of webinars. First level is for the beginners, just like today. I'm going to show you how to install your MT4, which is trading platform, which is the tool that we're going to use every day, and how to use specific tools. The next one is going to be how to use and set up indicators. Some people, they don't use indicators, unfortunately, and they stuck with the problems all the time. And I'll show you also how to use internal tester. Of course, it's not a very advanced tester, but it quickly shows you that you can test your strategy and see how the price reacts to your signals. And then I'll show you also how to use automated trading. Just the basics, because you have to, well, we're going to talk about that. So the middle level is going to be, we're going to talk about price changes. That's a very important part, how we should react to price changes, where the changes occur, how to use specific indicators for it, because it's a huge help. And the second webinar in that mid-level is going to be about candlestick specific charts that used by Japanese traders for over 200 years. It's the tool, amazing tool. It gives you incredible amount of information. It gives you not only changes of the price, but also you can see volume that you use in trading. You can use emotions in the trading, and you can see the momentum of the changes. That's more than you can have in any other charts, but we're going to talk about it. Psychology and emotions, and the money and the risk management. That's 10% of your success. So advanced, we're going to build our own strategy. I'm going to show you trend trading, how to trade with a trend, and another one is actually I show you some information about my new method which I work for the past 2 years, which is trading volatility and momentum. And the last one is going to be a breakout, breakdown, retracement, reversal, range-bound fade. Those words that you don't really understand, I'm going to explain to you, and how to use specific situations in the market. Those words explaining that in specific moments, market is changing, or it's accelerating, or it's slowing down, and we're going to be able to recognize those situations. Okay, so that, and the cost of trading, of course. Trading Forex, it costs you nothing. We have a two price, as you can see on this list of currencies that we can use. We have a bid and ask price, and the difference between is the cost. Actually, this is the cost, the spread between those two prices. So ask is the price of selling, bid is the price of buying. As you can see, this is the price is quoted in 5-digit after decimal point. So as you can see, 19 points is like $19, but depending on the market conditions, you can make a lot more. So this is the only cost we have. We got trading platform totally free. You can access all the webinars for free. You can have education for free. What else? And you can make money. Oh, there you go. So let's talk about trading platform. First of all, if you go to this website, this is the website. And if you register yourself, this is a free demo with the virtual money. And you click there, and then registration form shows up. Sorry, it's Mexico, but because I grabbed the screens from, I'm still in Playa del Carmen, the most beautiful place in the world. Some of you probably agree with me. So you register yourself, and you're going to receive email where you're going to get username, which is your account number, and a password. And then basically you have to install a trading platform. So when you install the trading platform, sorry, I'll go closer. You're going to see something like this, and this is the tool that we're going to use. I know many of you trading already, and you know how to use them, but there is a group of people with us that for the first time. So let me explain what is this all about. So the Market Watch is the list of currency pairs that we can trade. As you can see, the prices are changing all the time. So the red one is it's going down. The blue one shows increase of the value. Of course, you have a navigator where you have your account listed here, and you can have a whole bunch of indicators. As you can see, it's quite a bit of them in different groups, but we're going to talk about a little bit later. And the expert advisor, which is automatic trading. Okay, so let's close this one. Of course, you're going to receive virtual money, which is standard 50,000 US dollars. Of course, this is exaggeration. You should start trading with your demo account in amount that you're going to invest later on. But in the beginning, it's not important how much money you're making. Important is if you can recognize the signals. But this is my task to show you for the next 3 months details how you can work and how you can trade and how you can recognize the signals where the price possibly can change. Okay, so I'm going to close down. Okay, I can increase. So when you load, okay, I will close this one as well. So I have bigger picture, and this is your windows that you have. We have 4 pairs. As you can see, we have one pair which is Euro US dollar, British pound US dollar, US dollar Japanese yen, and US dollar Swiss franc. Of course, you can change that any of those pairs by picking any of those which are right here. I'll just expand that a little bit. Okay, sorry. I'll go show all. So you have not only the currency pairs, but we have also gold, silver, some shares, indexes, and so there's a whole bunch of stuff, even the bonds, so German bonds, US bonds. So we have quite a few instruments that we can trade. Okay, let me make this correction. Okay, we're going to go one at a time, chart. Of course, you can, excuse me, you can always change the colors. By clicking right mouse button, you go to property on the bottom, and then you can change your colors. My preference is white background with a lime and red candles. Briefly, I'm going to, okay, I'll change that to show you how to do that. There's a whole bunch of colors. You can pick any color that you like, but just I'll give you advice, make sure that you're using high contrast between positive and negative candles, for example. So I'm going to change this to black, this one to black, and the candle color I'm going to use lime, bear candles, red, line graph, which is graphics, and I'm not using, there you go. You have a grid, but this grid is not really necessary. You can click, you can click right mouse button and menu appears and you can just disable the grid. And it's clear picture. As you can see, there is a black line which is indicating the bid price, but if we go to properties, we go common, and we can ask price, sorry. We can put ask price on the chart. Of course, the spread is very low, so we're not going to be able to see it, but if I increase the, okay, we're on 1 hour, so let's go to 15 minutes. No. Yeah, the spread is very low, so you can't really see the ask price, but we have 2 prices. So this is how, okay, let's talk about a few of those icons. I know some of you, I had the same problem because the new laptops and old laptops showing more wide and high screen, and this is the problem because we don't see full capacity of our charts. So what I have found is I can move those groups of icons to the side, and they'll appear on the side, and that's what I prefer to use, because then this size of the menu I can use as a chart. It's very simple, very straightforward. Okay, so okay, I'm gonna go back. Let's see if I can do that. Okay, yeah, I can. Okay, I'm gonna move that. Okay. So basically here we have you can create a new chart, and you have all the groups of all the indicators, indices, and shares and commodities, metals. You have a gold, silver, Euro bonds, US bonds, equities, and so on. So you can pick the pair you like it. This one is profile. You can create profiles. For example, you have some indicators, or you have a specific setup that you would like to use all the time. So basically what we can do is we can use, for example, template. So I can save this template with the name of test.